All right, welcome to Mana Drain. This is episode 25. I'm Mox Born again. I have with me Eli. What's going on, buddy?
Very good.
You always do that. You know that? You always say very good when I ask you, how's it going? How about this? What if I said, how are you? You would say what?
Good.
Okay, there you go. You wouldn't say very good, you would just say good. All right, well, we got a pretty quick show for you because it's way past this dude's bedtime. What time's your bedtime? Do you remember?
8:30.
Oh yeah, come on. No, really. What do you think? When's your bedtime?
I don't know.
7:30. It's currently 8:09. So you're way past your bedtime. So we got a couple things to talk about. First up, we got a new pack. We got a pack of Ixalan cards that Eli's going to crack open, and hopefully we score some good cards there. Maybe a Carnage Tyrant for our dinosaur deck. If not, something fun.
Yeah.
We're not going to open that just yet. Just hang on 1 second. And then also we are going to talk about the new cards that were spoiled from the new set that's not coming out until January. So there's two cards that came out today that were spoiled, and we'll be able to talk about those. And one of them is a super awesome card that might go really good in our dinosaur deck. The other one's a reprint. So,
Okay.
what do you want to do first? Do you want to talk about the new cards that just were spoiled, or do you want to open up your pack of cards?
Open the pack.
Open the pack. Okay. How did I guess that you would want to open the pack of cards first? So, what I want you to do is, I want you to open the pack of cards, right? But I want you to show me the cards in order, right? Because you, like the past couple times, you go right to the rare, right? Mm-hmm. You want some help with that?
No, I got it.
Okay, you got it. Make sure you're talking to the microphone.
I got it.
Okay. Try to point this mic in your general direction, but you move around a lot.
I really like to move.
I know you like to move. Like that's a thing. You got it?
Yes.
So this is Ixalan, the current set in standard, or the most recent set of Magic that's been released. All right. Oh my gosh, Meyer is really all about the tape and stuff. Holy cow! All right, just throw it over there. That's good. We'll pick it up later.
Yeah.
So
That's what you do at a crazy house.
a crazy house. All right. So carefully pull them out. There you go. All right. So what do you got first? Can't see it. So let's see here. So how much does that card cost?
4 of anything and 2 of red.
And this is Sun Crown Hunters. This is, let's see here. It's gonna take me a second to get caught up here. There we go. So what's it's 4 of anything, 2 and 2 red. It's a dinosaur. What's its power and toughness?
5 attack damage.
5 attack. What's its
and
defense?
4 offense.
4 defense. Very good. And he also has the Enrage ability, which says whenever it's dealt damage, right, it deals 3 damage to target opponent. That's not too bad. It's a good limited card, right? It's nice.
a good damage back.
Right, because if you block with it, it's going to strike back at the here. Do this. If it gets dealt, like let's say it goes into combat, right? So like they attack into it. If you block with it, it's going to get dealt damage. So it blocks anything, and it will automatically deal 3 damage. Now if it survives, that's even better, right?
Yeah.
Then you can do it again.
But what if it dies?
Well, if it dies, then you got your 3 damage out of it. So that's not too bad.
Yeah.
All right. The next one is called Vampire's Zeal. How much does that cost?
That cost 1 white.
1 white. And it's an instant, and it says target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. That's not bad, right? That's you go into combat and you want to trick your opponent, so you attack with your little guy, and he doesn't block, and you can bump it up to give it +2/+2, right? So the other thing that it does, if the creature you're targeting is a vampire, it gets first strike until end turn. So that's not too bad. It gives you a
a chance to kill it.
Right, exactly. It gives you a chance to kill the creature first. So if you're attacking into a creature or if you're blocking, it gives you a chance to buff your creature. And if it's a vampire, it gets bigger. So that's good. Very good. All right. The next card is Deadeye Tormentor. How much does Deadeye Tormentor cost?
2 of anything and a black.
Okay, it's 2 of anything and a black, and he's a human pirate. So what's his number? What's his attack and defense?
2 attack.
Okay.
2 offense.
Defense.
Close
enough. His special ability is Raid. So raid is triggered or starts when you've attacked, right? So if it's your second main phase and you've attacked this turn, then raid is technically turned on. So when
what's raid?
I'm gonna tell you what it does. So if you attack and then you play this creature, when he enters the battlefield,
you attack again.
Nope, you don't get to attack again. Target opponent discards a card. So raid does a whole bunch of different things. All raid cares about is if you attacked. So like let's say you attack and then you play this out of your hand, you get to target opponent and they have to discard a card. So that is Deadeye Tormentor, a 2/2 for 2. So not too bad. The next card, what's the next card? Sure Strike, right there. How much does that cost?
1 of anything and 1 red.
1 of anything, 1 red. Very good. It's an instant, and can you read what it does?
Yep.
No.
Actually,
You can try it.
it gets +3 +0.
Very good. So target creature gets plus. Make sure you're talking to your mic. Target creature gets +3 +0 until end of turn. All right. And it also gains first strike until end of turn. So this is kind of like our Vampire Zeal, but it's better for the red decks because it gives them a little bit more on the attack side. First strike is good
For
in
the dodging side.
For the dodging side. Well, no, it helps them. I mean, it helps them kill other creatures in combat because it gives them first strike and a big boost to their attack. What's the next card in your pack of cards?
This card?
Yep, it's a Depths of Desire. How much does that cost?
2 of anything and 1 blue.
2 of anything, 1 blue. Very good. It's an instant, and it says return target creature to its owner's hand, and then you get a colorless treasure artifact token that says you can tap this treasure and sacrifice it, and you get to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. So that's cool, right? What's in a blue deck? It's not too bad. I mean, bounce spells are always fun, but you know they come at a cost. You're paying a full card to put something back in someone's hand, so not too good. It's definitely something that you could play if you're in blue and you're in need of a single card.
We didn't got any silver yet.
Not yet. We're still in our commons. Sailor of Means is next. How much does Sailor of Means cost?
2 of anything and 1 blue.
Yep, and what's his power and toughness?
1/4.
1/4.
That should be a
Keep talking to your microphone.
dodger. Because
He can block. He's a pretty good blocker. On turn 3, yeah, because he's got a good defense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, on turn 3, that's 4 defense is okay. But when he enters the battlefield, you get an artifact token. So your next turn, you potentially have up to 5 mana, so you can cast a really big creature. So that's not too bad.
it takes 12 mana.
Oh, we'll talk about that guy in a minute. So the next card is Commune with the Dinosaurs. You have this card in your deck? Do you remember what it does?
It gets no.
You're close. You're getting there.
A +1/+1?
No. It's 1 green. It's a sorcery.
Oh, it gets trample.
No. You're close. You're thinking of a different card in your deck. This is the card that lets you look at the top 5 cards of your library, and you get to pick a land or a dinosaur out of them and put that land or that card into your hand. Then the rest go to the bottom of your library. So this is
That's kind of good, because if there's another good one, there's two good ones, and put that one of the good ones at the bottom.
Well, it's good because you can, if you need an extra land, and you play it on turn 1, you can pull. You're almost guaranteed. But if you're running a dinosaur deck, you're almost guaranteed to get a dinosaur or a creature, right, or a land. So it helps you pick up your next land to play next turn. Yeah. The dinosaur deck doesn't have many 1-drop, 1 mana cost things, so this is a good turn 1 play for them. And if it's late in the game, you don't need any more land. You can, look at the top 5 cards, and you can hopefully get one of your one of your big dinosaur guys. So
like this guy next.
like this guy, like the next guy. This is Spike-tailed Ceratops. How much does he cost?
He costs.
Talking to your mic.
He costs 4 of anything and 1 green.
4 of anything and 1 green. Okay. And what is his power and toughness?
A 4/4.
Okay, so 4/4. And his ability is he can block 1 additional creature in combat. That's not bad.
That should be
right?
a silver.
Nope, we're getting there. So he can block an additional guy in combat. Hold on a second. You're jumping ahead. You're getting too excited. Relax.
Just excited for the rare.
I know you're excited for the rare. You're always excited for the rare. But we want to go through all the cards first. Okay. And then we'll get to the rare. So next up we have our Gilded Sentinel. This is a 3/3 for 4, and that's about it. That's really about it. Pretty unplayable. Definitely.
Pretty nothing.
Yeah, pretty unplayable. Pretty nothing. Just you don't want to be playing him. 4 mana for a 3/3 is not where you want to be. The next card is Unfriendly Fire. How much does that cost? Talking to your mic.
4 of anything and 1 red.
4 of anything and 1 red. It's an instant. It says, Unfriendly Fire deals 4 damage to target creature or player. Okay. 4 damage to target creature or player.
That's pretty good.
That's not too bad. I mean, when you're in a limited format, like when you're playing sealed.
Or maybe if you're
Talking to your mic.
Maybe if you're it's late in the game and you're about almost dead and they are almost dead, maybe you can do like 4 damage to the player.
Right. So 4 damage is not a small amount in a limited game. It's a good way to finish.
Now we're on the silver.
To finish out the game.
Now we're on.
Not very playable in standard, but still not too shabby in sealed.
Wait, it says milk on that.
Right. Let's see here. Field of Ruin is next. So this is a land. Taps for colorless. And then you can also pay 2, tap it, sacrifice it, destroy target non-basic land an opponent controls. Then each player searches his or her library for a basic land card, puts that card onto the battlefield, then shuffles their library. It's pretty boring. That's
well,
yeah.
It's a silver.
Yeah, but that just means that you don't get very many of them. So next up is Trove of the Temptations. Whoops.
Oh, I know.
Helps if I type the right card in. How about that?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's good if I type in the right.
That's good.
There it is. Trove of Temptations. So this is a fun card. I wanted to play with this card in our pre-release. This is how much does the Trove cost?
3 of anything and 1 red.
Right. It's an enchantment, and it says each opponent must attack you or a planeswalker you control with at least 1 creature each turn, if able, right? Just relax, calm down. And then at the beginning of your end step, you get a treasure token. So that's not too shabby. Your opponent's going to attack you one way or the other, right? This is just making sure that you get a bonus out of it. The next card, Bishop of the Bloodstained. What does he do? What does he cost?
He cost 3 of anything and 2 of black.
Black.
And that equals 5 mana.
Very good. So he's a vampire cleric. That's a 3/3, and when he enters the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life for each vampire you control. So this is a good finisher because it's a great way to kind of curve out. You have multiple vampires in play at once. You play this guy, and then you lose life. Your opponent will lose life for each vampire you control, including this one. So that's pretty good. It's good. It's a good little train. And our rare. What's our rare?
Oh, already?
Yeah, this is our rare. What's our rare? How much does he cost?
3 of anything and 3 red. So
Yep.
that equals 6 mana.
Yep. Burning Sun's avatar. How much is his power and toughness?
It's a 6/6.
It is. And then when he enters the battlefield, it deals 3 damage to target opponent and 3 damage to up to 1 target creature. So that's good little burn spell. Not necessarily a not necessarily a finisher because it's a 6/6 but doesn't have trample.
Maybe
Talking to your mic.
it's like a medium finisher, like in the middle of the
Yeah, it's not necessarily. It's definitely a card that you play towards the end of the game, especially in red, because most red decks are fast, right? And they're playing little creatures,
and some big creatures.
and some big creatures, but mostly little hasty creatures, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is it's a good way to get out 3 extra damage to your opponent, 3 damage and get rid of one of their smaller guys.
And then the next turn you can
Attack.
and
hopefully deal 6 damage.
Yeah.
Hopefully. But since it doesn't have trample, then it's kind of ho-hum. So, all right, well that's your pack. What was your favorite card on there? How about you pick out a card that you like?
Okay.
Which one do you like? You like the Burning Sun's avatar? It's a fun card. It's a big dinosaur, right?
I like the dinosaurs.
You like the dinosaurs? That's why we built a dinosaur deck. Okay. All right, so let's jump over. We're going to talk about the 2 cards that were spoiled today, and then we will say adios, amigos. So the first card, which one do you want to talk about first? Do you want to talk about the dinosaur or the Merfolk?
Dinosaur.
The dinosaur? Yeah, I kind of figured as much. All right, so this is, I want to say Galata Primal Hunter, or Hunger. Primal Hunger. He is a elder dinosaur that costs how much? How much does he cost?
10 of anything and 2 green.
Yes, 10 of anything, 2 green. That's a lot. How much does that equal?
Equals
Not so loud, but go ahead.
12.
That's a lot of mana. How much? What's his power and toughness?
12.
Right. And he has trample. So, unlike the Burning Sun's avatar, who does not have trample, but costs half as much, this is a 12/12 with trample. So when you play this, you are likely going to win the game if they can't answer it, because it's got trample. If they block with a small creature, you remember what trample is?
Trample is nothing.
Trample is nothing. Oh, let me give you an example. So let's say I have a 3/3, and where did your 2/2 guy go? You got him? Okay, so I've got this 3/3, right? The Bishop of Bloodstained. He's a 3/3 vampire, and I attack with him. Let's say that he has trample, okay? And you're going to block with your 2/2 Deadeye Tormentor. How much damage does my Bishop do to your Tormentor?
2.
Nope.
3.
3 damage, right? But how much damage can your guy take? What's 2? Right. So what's 3 minus 2?
1.
Right. So that 1 damage, where does that go? Because my guy has trample.
You.
It goes to you, my friend. So that's why trample is important, especially on big creatures, because if you don't have trample, right, you could just block with a 1/1. So technically, if this 12/12 didn't have trample, and you attacked me with it, if he didn't have trample, I could block with a 1/1, and the only thing that would happen is my 1/1 would die.
Or this.
Right. So that's kind of what you're you're up against when you're faced against a bigger creature with tramples. You have to be able to block.
Goes to you.
Right.
Some of the damage goes here and kill us.
Right. Exactly.
It would
So-
do 1 damage to you.
2 damage because 4 is its defense. But anyway, I digress. So let's put those away. So the other ability that this guy has, that this Primal Hunger has, is he costs 1 less to cast for each power you have. So let's say you have a 3/3 on the battlefield. What's 12 minus 3?
10?
12 minus 3.
9.
There you go. You got there. Pay attention. So he would cost 9 mana. All right. So in our deck, how this works in our deck is, let's say turn 1 you play your land and you play the Commune with Dinosaurs card, where you get to search for a land or dinosaur, right? And then turn 2 you play Drover of the Mighty, which is a 1/1 creature that gets +2/+2 when you have a dinosaur, and it also taps for 1 mana. So then on turn 3 you have 4 mana. Right? 4 mana. That lets you play something like, I don't know, Ripjaw Raptor, which is a 4/5. Right? So now our power is, because our Drover is a 3/3 now, because we have our Ripjaw Raptor in play. So that's 3 plus 4 is 7. So we have 7 power right now. So on turn 4, you've got 4 mana plus the 7.
And Ripjaw Raptor.
And Ripjaw Raptor, right? Plus you can tap 1, right? So there you go. So that's 12 mana. So you've got enough to cast this guy. You brought him down low enough to where you can the new guy, the Hunger, this dude, the Primal Hunger, because you'll have 4 lands in play, so those each tap for 1 mana. And you have your Drover, which taps for 1 mana, so that's 5 mana, right? And then you have 7 worth of actual power on the battlefield. So 5 plus 7 is 12. So that's a turn 4 Primal Hunger. It's not too bad. 12/12 with trample, turn 4. It's not too bad. So it should be pretty fun to play. Yep. So the last card that was spoiled today is
Who is it?
Silvergill Adept. It's a Merfolk.
Yeah.
It's a Merfolk character. This is a reprint. It's how much does it cost?
1 of anything and 1 blue.
1 of anything, 1 blue. Yep. What's its power and defense? Toughness, I guess.
2/1.
2/1. Very good. But what makes this guy important is when he enters the battlefield, you can reveal a Merfolk card from your hand or pay 3 mana, and if you do, when he enters the battlefield, you draw a card. So that's, getting a card back for this guy is fantastic.
That thing does mean.
What one thing?
It's not the same.
Oh, it's because this is from the new set. This new set is called Rivals of Ixalan. It comes out in January. So another set of dinosaur cards and Merfolk cards, and vampires and pirates, all coming out next January. So
I said next week.
not next week. So the dinosaur looks pretty fun. Something that we can add to our dinosaur deck. I don't know if it's going to give Carnage Tyrant a run for its money, just because Carnage Tyrant's a pretty good finishing card, right?
Yeah, it does 2 damage and it has 1 health. That's bad.
Wait, what? Carnage Tyrant? No. Carnage Tyrant is the 7/6 that can't be countered, has trample, and hexproof. Very difficult to get rid of. We're thinking like a few of the ways is to exile it.
Or do that card it like that.
Talking to the mic.
Maybe that card like he did on my 6/6 like that.
But see, this has hexproof. Now we haven't talked about hexproof yet, but what hexproof does is it stops your opponents from targeting it with spells or abilities.
So that doesn't work on him.
Right, it doesn't. So he's pretty resilient.
He's
So
great.
I know. I don't see the thing is I don't know if he's gonna if the 12/12 Primal Hunger is gonna give this guy a run for his money because he comes down just about the same time. The Primal Hunger's a 12/12. This is a 7/6. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Maybe it's 2 and 2. Maybe you play 2 of this and 2 of the Primal Hunger in your dinosaur deck.
Oh my god.
I don't know. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you watching.
Oh yeah.
We're going.
Look at my Pokemon shirt.
Oh yeah, look at your Pokemon shirt. You're pretty excited, aren't you? All right, well it's time for this one to go to bed. We're gonna post.
Big fat thumbs up.
All right, so we're gonna get going. Thanks for watching. If you watched us on Twitch, we appreciate it. If you guys are on
YouTube.
Yep, we streamed to YouTube for the first time. That was good. But we will be posting the video to our YouTube page after I get it, done. If we finish with it. You can watch us live every Monday at about 7:30ish, 7 o'clock on twitch.tv/72DPI online. Make sure you head over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/72DPI online. Leave us a like, a comment, subscribe. We really do appreciate it. We're at 11 subscribers. Let's get up to 12 by the end of the week. How about that? 1 subscriber a week.
13.
Or 13. Yeah.
So 2 added.
Right. Yeah, we're at 11 subscribers. Let's get to 12, right, Eli?
Let's get to 200.
Yeah, right. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. Say bye.